Is your WordPress website's functionality being limited and you're feeling robbed of your creativity because you're always longing to be able to do more? Are you getting frustrated or discouraged perhaps by the use of overly complicated solutions and endless tools? Do you want to make your life easier and feel like you own the place? Well, we might have what you're looking for. If you're looking for the perfect video, trust us, and for heaven's sake forgive us, this isn't it. But if you're looking for the perfect, simple, and yet powerful solution to take control over your entire website and show it who the real boss is, then you've come to the right place. No custom codes, no hair pulling, no summoning the gods of WordPress, just OceanWP and Metabox settings. And who knows, you might even find the spark you lost or ignite a new one when you realize just how easy full site editing using OceanWP Metabox settings can be. Hello guys, and welcome to a new video with OceanWP. We have some really exciting news to share. Our Metabox settings feature is getting a huge makeover and it's going to be amazing. Now, don't get us wrong, the old Metabox settings were great and are still doing the job till perfection. But let's be honest, it's really time to move on. The new Metabox settings are more user-friendly, more powerful, more lightweight, and will have even more brilliant options in the future. So, before we show you what this makeover is all about, let us quickly recap what the Metabox settings feature is and how you can use it to customize your website without any custom codes involved. Think of it as the full site editing the OceanWP way, making WordPress customization a delicious piece of cake. Or the entire cake if you wish. Also, if you do happen to like custom codes, we have a full library of them. So sit back, relax, and let's get to it. Okay guys, we have our WordPress installation in front of us, and for this video we are using one of our recently redesigned full website templates called Street Food. To preview the entire template in its full glory and with all the features enabled, head over to streetfood.oceanwp.org. Be advised, there's a strong chance that scrolling down this website will open up your appetite. If that happens, just get yourself the largest pizza you can find. If you like what you're seeing, but want to be truly amazed, head over to oceanwp.org/demos and feast your eyes with over 200 website templates for all intents and purposes. And you can have them all immediately by choosing your OceanWP Pro Bundle plan now. Enough about templates, you're here for the Metabox settings, so let's go over to our WordPress dashboard. So, this is our WordPress dashboard, also known as the website backend. If we quickly go to Appearance, Themes, we'll notice the OceanWP theme is already installed and active. If you're new to OceanWP or even WordPress, check out the video description and find the links to tutorials on how to install the OceanWP theme on your website. Now, to get the Metabox settings feature alongside other brilliant options, we also need to install the free Ocean Extra plugin. Luckily, we made things really simple. The moment you activate the OceanWP theme, you'll see this suggestion to install Ocean Extra and unlock the full power mode of OceanWP. Just click the blue button and wait for a second. Once Ocean Extra installs and activates itself, you'll see another prompt box. Choose one option or the other, the choice is entirely up to you. To summarize, install OceanWP theme, install Ocean Extra plugin, and you're ready to face the world and make your dream website a reality. And one of the tools you can use to do that is exactly the OceanWP Metabox settings feature. Now, to fully understand the value and potential of the Metabox settings, first we need to check out the global website settings. Global website settings are placed in the theme customizer. So let's go to Appearance, Customize, and show you what this is all about. This is our OceanWP customizer, and just look at the amount of options and features you have at your disposal to customize a website of any kind with nothing but clicks. Now, for global page settings, we need to check Global Options, then Global Settings. Under the Pages section, we have the option to set the global pages layout. In our case, the right sidebar layout is selected. This means that every new page we create will have the right sidebar by default, so content on the left, sidebar on the right. And if we quickly go one step back and check the page title option, we'll see it's enabled. This means that all new pages will also display the page title area. So let's create a new page and see how this works. To create a new page, we are now back to our WordPress dashboard, and let's go to Pages, Add New. Let's add a title, and let's publish. Now let's preview our page in a new tab. And as you can see, we have our content on the left, our sidebar and its content on the right. And it's not difficult to guess what this is. It's our page title displayed in the page title area. But if we check out our home page, we have a totally different scenario here. Our content is displayed across the entire screen, or from edge to edge to be exact. Also, the page title area is hidden. So how exactly did we achieve that? We have 3 words for you: OceanWP Metabox settings. To get the Metabox settings, we need to edit a page in WordPress. And you can do that by using the Edit Page option in the admin bar, or we can go back to our WordPress dashboard, Pages, All Pages, hover over the page we need to edit and click the Edit option. Because we want to edit our home page, we'll just use the Edit Page option in the admin bar. Now, it really doesn't matter if you used Elementor or any other page builder for your content. You can still edit a page in WordPress and make use of the OceanWP Metabox settings. So here we have our WordPress editor in front of us. On the top we have the main toolbar. On the side we have the toolbar sidebar. This is our content area. And below we have our OceanWP Metabox settings, or OceanWP settings for short. If we check the main section and the content layout option, we'll see that the 100% full width option is selected. This has allowed us to create a fancy schmancy home page and to display our content across the entire screen. If we would set the option to default and update, then refresh our page, we would notice that our page is now making use of the global pages settings from the customizer. Of course, this doesn't fit our design, so let's get back to our Metabox settings and set the layout back to 100% full width. If we now go to the title section, we will notice that the display page title option is disabled. If we set the option to default and update, then refresh our page, we'll see that the content layout is looking good again, and we have the page title displayed above the content. Again, this doesn't go in line with our design for the home page, so we'll go back to the Metabox settings and disable the page title. So, what else can you do with the OceanWP Metabox settings? Well, pretty much everything. For example, if we wanted to make this page really pop, perhaps we would like to use the transparent header style instead of the minimal style, which is applied in the customizer. To do that, we simply need to go to the Metabox settings, header section, and from the header style option, select transparent. Update, refresh our page.
Kaboom!
For example, if we want to add a different logo to this page alone, or even a different menu, or control the footer, we can do that as well. As you can see, the job of OceanWP Metabox settings is to amplify your creativity and help you break loose from the usual design and customization strains and limitations. And now, finally, the reason you're all here, the story about the makeover.
Oh, hell no!
No, not that one. For this tour, we are using the dev versions of OceanWP and Ocean Extra. Speaking of tours, meet your new Metabox settings for the first time. You know, we bet the first thing you noticed is the blank space where the Metabox settings used to be. Obviously, the makeover starts with change of locations, making the Metabox settings absolutely always a click away and at hand's reach no matter where you are on the page. As for the location itself, to avoid the confusion, at least in the beginning, we also added some signs along the way. If you're a developer or a designer and build websites for clients, you'll be pleased to know we put an effort in white labeling the message. Also, you can tell everyone the O icon stands for options. Plus, instead of the usual OceanWP settings name, we are now using the page style and options label. And just see how easy it is. Click the icon in the toolbar to open or close the Metabox settings. As for the style itself, you probably noticed there's nothing fancy or special about it. After all, this is a Gutenberg show and we are following its dress code. But it's not always about the style, it's the personality that counts the most. And OceanWP Metabox settings have lots of it, especially when it comes to boosting your user experience. For example, we have eliminated the need for endless scrolling just by grouping options together. Just like we did with the shortcode area, responsive logo dimensions, padded typography and color settings, and, of course, options to reset values to default. Also, instead of brief descriptions for each option in the Metabox settings, we added links to detailed docs for each panel respectively. These docs also apply to the classic Metabox settings, at least when it comes to shared options. With the help docs, you can easily learn how to manage things on your own and do it fast. Another new feature is the complete reset of the Metabox settings on a page level. If you need to start over for whatever reason, hit the reset button for confirmation and carry on. But Boosted user experience is not the only way you benefit from this makeover. First of all, the new Metabox settings are based on React.js, making this feature faster, more lightweight, and more stable. React is already a WordPress component, meaning no external and additional libraries involved, which also means no potential conflict with other plugins. Truth to be told, average users probably don't care about the previous 2 points. So here's something just for you and how OceanWP Metabox settings help you work smart. Number 1. Hassle-free and simplified customization. Number 2. Achieve more with less tools. And number 3. Do more in less time. Plus, all the features presented in this video are 100% free. And there's a bonus benefit for all of us. Moving to React enables us to seamlessly add more options in the future without risking the bloat. So, if you have a feature on your mind and believe it will improve your experience, let us know in the comments below. What else is there to say except get ready for an enhanced version of your loyal customization ally, the new OceanWP Metabox settings. This update will become available with OceanWP 3.5.0 and Ocean Extra 2.2.0. Find additional details about all other plugins affected by this update in the article on our website, linked in the video description below. You'll also learn what this change means for the now classic Metabox settings and how to properly prepare your website for the update. To all OceanWP users, thank you for your continued support. You're fabulous as always, and we hope you're excited about this update as we are. To everybody else, we hope you realize that full site editing doesn't need to be a nightmare. You just need the right tools. So, if you're ready to work smart, go to oceanwp.org and download the OceanWP theme today. Once you experience its potential and editing and customization freedom firsthand, you might be in for a pleasant surprise. Thank you guys once again and see you in the next video. Also, happy website building!